Hello and welcome back to the Beautiful Things channel. Now, as you know, I am an avid seamstress. I like to make all my own clothes if possible, and I enjoy nothing more than showing them off to you. But today's video is going to be a little bit different. So I don't always make my own clothes. I do still buy from the high street. However, the way that I've shopped over the last few years has been slightly different to the norm. So I always used to go clothes shopping for a specific outfit, for a specific event, and I'd often find myself not only struggling to find what I was looking for, but also really disappointed. You kind of get into your head the perfect dress or the perfect outfit for the event you're going to, and then you trudge and trudge and trudge and trudge around the shops and you just don't find it. I think for many of us, that's one of the main reasons that we actually decided to start making our own clothes, because that way you can visualize the perfect outfit and you can make it in time for the event, making sure that it's going to fit you. But sometimes I still like to buy off the peg. For me, buying a ready-to-wear garment has now become a treat. I often go shopping when I've perhaps got a little bit of spare money, I've had a particularly good month at work, or I've come into a little bit of extra cash, hubby's had a bit of a bonus, or something along those lines, and I will just treat myself. So when I have this kind of splurge, I basically take myself off either to my favourite little independent clothes boutique in my local town, which is Lauren Cole in Billericay, or I'll take myself to somewhere nice to shop. I don't like trudging up and down the high street outside in the cold or the wet or the horrible weather. So I'd far rather go to a lovely big department store where I can wander around and pick things up from lots of different companies and try them all on together, or take myself to a really nice shopping centre. So for me, it's normally the choice of a trip to Bluewater, or having a wander around somewhere like John Lewis or Debenhams, sort of one of the big department stores where you've got lots of choice. So let me show you some of the things I've bought over the last couple of months and tell you where I bought them from and what I love about them. I no longer go shopping with anything in my mind. I clear it completely. I just take whatever money it is that I've set aside for my treats, and I go and try anything on that takes my fancy, whether I have something to wear it to or not. If it looks good on me, if I feel comfortable in it, and I can honestly say that I wouldn't be able to make it really quickly, then I will purchase it, even if I don't know what event I'm going to wear it for. The reason for this is that normally the pieces that I choose are pretty classic wardrobe staples. They're not massively out there, super fashionable things that are going to go out of fashion, in which case they're going to live in my wardrobe, and even if I don't wear them for a good 6 months, an event will come along where I have the need to wear it, and this basically eliminates that whole I'm going to an event, I need a dress, I must go out and buy it, because I know that there's always going to be something in my wardrobe that I absolutely love. So if I get an invite to a party or going out for dinner with a friend or something like that, I know I can grab and go from my wardrobe and I've got something that's going to fit me nicely. So the first of my outfits is this lovely dress. Now, I bought this about a month ago from Lauren Cole in Billericay, and I have already worn it out to dinner on about 3 different occasions, and I've worn it day to day as well. It's a really nice, slightly dressed up daytime dress, but it can also be a really super party dress, and I absolutely love it. It's definitely one that I'm going to give to Madison, who is our pattern cutting tutor, and I'm going to get her to create a pattern for me so that I can make this again in the perfect drapey fabric. It's fantastic. I'm not sure what fabric it actually is, but it doesn't crease, so you can screw it up and throw it in your suitcase if you're on a quick trip away somewhere. In fact, if you watch my cheeky date night video with Mr. Mac, you would have seen me wearing this dress. So I'll stand up and I'll give you a twirl. So if I come a bit closer to the camera, you can see that it is a wrap front. Although it isn't a wrap dress, it's got an elasticated waist. So it's a faux wrap, which I really like. It's not too low cut either. It's got this really nice pleated detail on the shoulder with ever such a slight puff sleeve. So it's a little bit Dallas-esque, but I do love it. And then it's got a tie here. The tie does nothing, it's just a decorative feature. It doesn't have any purpose other than to look pretty. The sleeves are also elasticated, so you've got that little puff going on. And the hem is slightly dipped. So it's super comfy. With a bit of red lippy and a big pair of heels, it makes a fantastic night out dress. Or with a big pair of knee-high boots and a leather jacket, it makes a really nice daytime dress too. This was about £45, I think, and as I say, it comes from an independent boutique in my hometown, and the lovely Vicky who owns the shop only gets about half a dozen of each item of clothing into the shop, so you're guaranteed that if you're out and about wearing something from there, then you're not all going to be wearing the same dress. This next one has still got its tag on because I only bought it yesterday. I'm off to Amsterdam again tomorrow. It is Mr. Mac's 40th birthday, so we're heading there with our in-laws, or my in-laws and his parents. So I bought myself a couple of little outfits that I can take with me. So this is lovely, it's a jumpsuit. So if I lift this part up, you can see it's just a wide leg jumpsuit, but it has a really lovely lace overlay. So it opens up like little wings over the top. I absolutely love this jumpsuit because I think you could quite easily wear it in the daytime, wandering around the city with a nice pair of sandals. But in the evening, again, whack on a bit of lippy, put a pair of high heels on, and it will make a really, really nice evening outfit. One of the best things about it is it's got pockets, which I love. The fabric is a slightly stretchy triple crepe, I think. Again, it's not going to crease and it just hangs beautifully, so it's incredibly flattering. So let me give you a 12. I think this is going to be one of my all-time favourite outfits. It feels incredibly comfortable. I don't feel conscious about any part of my body whatsoever, and I know that it looks really nice, and it's going to look even nicer with a suntan. So if you want to get one of these, it's still in the shops now. I picked it up from Debenhams, and it's a, I'm not sure how to pronounce this. Is it a Roche, John Roche? So it was surprisingly, wasn't cheap. But I thought it would have been a lot more money than it actually was. When I looked at it on the hanger, I thought it would probably be in excess of £100 because it was in sort of a designer rack with all the evening dresses, etc. But it wasn't. I was pleasantly surprised, and it was £69. So yes, not particularly cheap, but you couldn't make it for any less if you were buying this kind of fabric. It's a really nice heavyweight stretch crepe. You'd be probably looking at about 13 or 14 pounds a metre, and you'd probably be looking at 3 or 4 metres worth. And if you then take your time and the effort that it takes to create that garment, you couldn't get it any cheaper. This next one was a little bit of an extravagance. It was one of those things that you see it, you love it, you look at the price tag and you almost put it back, but then you think, it's really nice, I'm gonna go and try it on and let's see if it actually fits, because a little bit of you thinks it's not gonna fit really nicely, it's not gonna be amazing, and then you try it on and you realise that A, the colour's beautiful, B, it fits wonderfully, and C, although you get the gilts because you haven't got anything to wear it to, it's just lovely and it has to be yours. And that's what happened with this jumpsuit. And yes, I love a jumpsuit. I absolutely love a jumpsuit. I like nothing more than having my legs covered and the majority of my arms covered. I don't like this bit of my arm, I don't like this bit. So this is perfect, the fact that I can keep my shoulders out, but just cover up the bits I don't like. It means my tummy is covered up, and this particular suit is so flattering, and I'll show you why. It's super flattering because it has a waistband that sits right on my natural waist. Now, I'm very lucky, I do have a fairly small waist. I have a 32-inch waist, but from here down comes 2 children and too much wine and cheese. So anything that goes a little bit looser across my tummy but keeps me nicely cinched in around my waist is a winner for me. So as you can see, again, it has pockets, which is excellent. It has these lovely big wide-legged trousers, and they go all the way down. It skims your bottom, fits in really nicely at the back, and this little section here, I'll get rid of it just so you can see without. So it's quite nice like that, but I don't like this bit of my arms. So having these little drapey sleeves is really pretty. So I'll give you a 12. So I absolutely love this. I feel super glamorous in it. What I like about it is it has just a few little touches that make it worth spending that extra money on. Little things like, and I haven't used them as you can see, but little things like it has a little popper here with a little Rulu loop, so you can pop your bra strap through so that your bra strap will always sit underneath the thin strap, which I really love, because there's nothing worse than not being able to wear a really good bra to hold everything in place. So that's a nice touch. There's also a little hook and loop on the back, which is really good, and the zip is beautifully put in, so it's completely invisible. It's a really well thought out garment. It's really nicely made, and again, it's a crepey kind of fabric that's really drapey, so it hangs nicely, and it's just generally really flattering. Plain colour, I don't think this is ever going to go out of fashion. Maybe this little look will do. I know that's very in right now, but I think I'll be quite happy wearing this for the next 10 or 12 years. So that's when we need to talk about cost. So this was from Coast. So Coast is a fairly expensive shop. You can get some really, really expensive kind of ball gowns and evening gowns in there. This was £120. So that does sound like quite a lot, but again, I'll go back to the cost of fabric and the amount of time it would take to make this with just as much detail. Now, I know that I would never get the precision fit that I've got with this. I'm just not A, experienced enough, and B, mentally, I have not got the patience to spend the time that I would need to spend making various toiles and fit adjustments and everything else to get the fit that I've got off the peg. I don't have the patience and I don't have the time. So the fact that I can go and buy this, to me, makes that absolutely priceless. But one of my pupils has a really good thing when she buys something that's a little bit more expensive than she would normally pay for. And she says to me, Claire, think about what your garment is worth pounds for wear. So this may well have cost £120, but how many times are you going to wear it? Now, I have now already thought about an event that I'm going to wear this to, and I've thought about another 3 before the end of the summer. So that's 4 events just this year. So if I divide my £120 by those 4 events, that's £30 per event. Now, you would potentially go to Dorothy Perkins or New Look or somewhere like that and spend £30 on a blouse or a dress or a pair of jeans and a top, but you might only wear them once. So as long as I wear this outfit 4 times, then it's paid for itself, and it's a much better way of thinking about it. But actually, over the next, say, 10 years, as long as I don't get any larger, then this outfit will become cheaper and cheaper and cheaper every time that I wear it. And I honestly think that I will get an awful lot of wear out of it. So when you're treating yourself to something that's a little bit more expensive, do think, A, would I honestly and really make it for any less? And B, would you enjoy making it? Because I wouldn't. You probably may well do, but I personally wouldn't. And C, how much is it actually going to cost you every time you wear it? If you're going to get enough wear out of something, it's worth spending the money on it. So I've got 2 more things I want to show you. Now, this dress 100% makes up for the fact that I splashed a bit of cash this weekend. When I tell you where I got this from and how much it cost me, you're gonna just fall off your chair. I absolutely love it. This dress was from my local charity shop. That's all I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna show it to you first. So it's a beautiful maxi dress. It fits really nicely around the boobs. It fits in nicely under the boobs. And then you can see it's a huge, wide, floaty skirt. So I'll give you a 12. I feel like Charm now from Kittenish Behaviour with my big twirly skirt. But it is gorgeous. I saw this dress on the mannequin as I walked past the charity shop the other day, and it just caught my eye. It was so bright and vibrant and fun, and it took me back to when I was in my early 20s, and Mr. Mac will say to you, old Claire, and old Claire used to be a bit of a hippie. She would like really twirly things, big flares, funky tops, big platform boots, anything that was just a little bit out there and a bit retro and quirky. And I just loved the print of this fabric, so I'll show you. How gorgeous is that? You can see it's super drapey, it's jersey, it's stretchy, but again, it's never gonna crease. I could screw that up in my suitcase and it would still come out as smooth as when it went in. But it's a fun print, and I thought for summer it would be absolutely perfect. It's brilliant holiday wear for going out for dinner in the evening, you know, family barbecues, that sort of thing. So I went into the shop and I asked the lady what size it was. She rootled around in the back, because it's up on a mannequin in the window, rootled around on the back for the label, and she said, oh, it's a 12. I was like, yay, excellent. I'm really sorry, but would you take it off the mannequin so I can go and try it on? So I tried it on, absolutely loved it, fell head over heels in love with it, and thought I need to just check what make it is, because if it's from somewhere like Sainsbury's or Dorothy Perkins or somewhere else and it's fairly recent, I'm gonna go and see if I can get some more in different patterns. Anyway, I was pleasantly surprised to see that the label inside was phase 8. Now, I love phase 8 clothes. It's probably one of my favourite go-to treat yourself clothes shops, because they do make really nicely fitting garments, and they often use these heavy drapey fabrics that are incredibly flattering. So I was really surprised to find a phase 8 dress just in my local hospice shop. Obviously somebody, I don't know, who would spend potentially about £120 on a dress, wear it maybe once, this is like as new, this dress, and then give it to a charity shop. You could have sold it on eBay, and even if you'd given the money to charity, you would have been able to easily get, I don't know, £80 for it, 60, £80. But anyway, I picked this dress up. I wasn't leaving it behind for £7.50. So I know it's gonna get loads and loads of wear. So when it comes to pounds for wear for this garment, it might as well be free. So I don't feel quite so guilty about spending a little bit extra in Coast yesterday. So the last thing I want to show you is a simple top. Again, I think I might have a bit of a crepe addiction, because it's another really nice drapey, crepey top. Now this one has little thin straps here, and again it's off the shoulder, but I like the fact you can still wear a bra with it. Again, it's covering up all the bits that I don't like about my upper arms, and it's really nice and comfy. It's got this lovely sleeve detailing, so it's like a bell sleeve, but a 3/4 length bell sleeve, which I think's really nice and flattering. And in the back, you can see it's got an exposed zip. So let me give you a twirl of this one. So it's nice and drapey, baggy, it kind of flicks open at the back here, a little tail. And this is the perfect going out for drinks with friends top. If you just want to wear jeans and a pair of knee-high boots, it's just a little bit glam, but not too showy. And that's exactly when I wear this. I wore it for my friend's 40th drinks at the weekend. We just went to the pub and had a few cocktails, and it was absolutely perfect. And I'm going to be taking this with me to Amsterdam for one of our nights out. Again, I don't think I could make this to the standard that this top is. It's got lots of nice finishing touches. The zip is put in really nicely. It's got little bits of elastic hidden in the back here, just so that it sticks in nicely to your body. And it's just so nicely made. It's just so drapey, and the fabric is a really good quality as well. So I think it would cost me just as much. It's almost satin backed, this crepe. It's I haven't seen it in the shops, so I would imagine it's quite expensive to buy. I think this top was about £38 or something like that from River Island. I bought it back in November when I went up to Nottingham for the Nottingham Yarn Expo. I knew I was going out for drinks with Saz in the evening, and I just wanted something I could chuck on and chuck in my suitcase. So it's more than paid for itself. I think I've probably worn it about 10 or 12 times since November. So again, pounds for wear, well worth it. And I don't think I could make it as nicely as it's been made. So there you have it. I'm not the perfect seamstress. I do buy things off the peg, but I do always try and justify my purchases. They either have to be something that I'm going to get loads and loads of wear out of, or something that I really don't think that I could replicate myself, and I'd have to want to. I think the only thing that I will be looking to replicate is my leopard dress, and possibly that maxi dress as well, but I will only do that if I can persuade Madison to create the patterns for me, and I will obviously pay her to do that. I quite enjoy making things if they're fairly simple to make, but I don't particularly enjoy the whole measuring and maths and toile making and everything else. It just doesn't float my boat. I know some people absolutely love it and they like to sort of, you know, the start to finish challenge, but it's just not me. So Madison, if you're watching and you've got some time on your hands over the summer and you feel like making me some patterns, I can put some dresses your way so that I can see if I can replicate some of these things. So I hope you enjoyed that. It's a slightly different video from me today, but I'm currently, while you're watching this, enjoying some time in Amsterdam. I'm going to go and find a new street apparently lined with fabric shops, and I'm going to go and take another little trip to Stephen and Penelope and see if I can track down Mr. West himself. So hopefully Saturday's video will be Amsterdam related. I think I'm probably going to get 2, if not 3 videos out of Amsterdam, the kind of things that I've got in my head. And also, yesterday marked the start of Me Made May, and I will be participating. So ironically, I do a video today all about non-Me Made things, but Me Made May started yesterday and I did take part, and I am taking part today too. I have Me Made outfits with me for every day while I'm in Amsterdam. What I'm planning on doing is filming a tiny little bit of video each day throughout May, and then at the beginning of June I will put up my Me Made May video so you can see my entire May makes. And I am pledging that for every single day of May I will be wearing something that is handmade. So if you're joining in too, please let me know in the comments down below. Follow me on Instagram, ArtyFartyMac, because that is where you will see my daily posts to see what I'm wearing, and I would love to see what you're wearing too, so please do tag me in. Last but not least, please do join our Facebook group. The details are down below. Come along because we chat about all things sewing, crochet, knitting, crafty in general, and it's a really good, fun place to be. So I will see you again soon. Thanks for watching. Bye.